All through the night, my mother sat near me but never touched me. Once, I screamed. A short scream that lands the air in the hospital room. And she said, "That's how labor is in Igbo." And I wanted to say, "No shit." But of course, she didn't understand colloquial Americanisms. I had prepared for pain, but this was not mere pain. It was something like pain and different from pain. It sounded like fire in my back, spreading through my thighs, squeezing and crushing my insides, pulling down, spiraling. It felt like the Old Testament, a plague, a primitive wind blowing at will, evil but purposely so, an overcoming in my body that didn't need to be. Hour after hour of this, and yet the nurses said I wasn't progressing. "You are not progressing," the smaller nurse said, as though it were my fault. Hi guys, again it's Maki here, and today we're reviewing the book Zikora by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Of course, we all know who Chimamanda is and how wonderful a writer she is. Zikora, oh my god. I really need to say that Chimamanda did a great job with Zikora, but the suspense is too much. I can't deal. Please give us a second. I really want to know what happened with Kwame and Zikora and the sweet baby boy. Okay, so Zikora's story is really almost typical of a Nigerian female or an African female who had to deal with pressure from parents and all that. So for Zikora is the only daughter of her mother. Only daughter of her mother because her father had another wife with other children, but I mean they only talked about her half brother. Zikora's mother was not able to have more children because she had hysterectomy, and that was the end of childbearing. But her husband had to take another wife, which she agreed to. Zikora's family in a short while became a polygamous one, and that was the story from her mother's side. And at that point her mother felt like she had lost her husband. Zikora had to leave Nigeria to go school abroad, and she was doing well, a great lawyer. She made partner. She was just wonderful and a single lady anyway. But at a certain book launch she met Kwame, the love of her life. Love stories are so sweet until they go sour. We pray we never get a sour love story, right? Zikora met Kwame, and there was a chemistry immediately when they met, and they had a word. They found a common ground in the word naughty. Can you imagine? How did you meet your Prince Charming? How did you meet your queen? Would you leave that in the comment section for me to see? Thank you. Zikora and Kwame met at the book launch, and they found love at first sight. That's what I can see, love at first sight. And that was it for them. They started going out, practically living together, sleeping with each other, having sex. Yes, they were having sex. I think it's about time the Nigerian society normalizes having conversations around sex and reproductive health. It's going to help save a lot of drama, because I know some of you are like looking at me, this girl is saying sex. Yeah, sex. Don't you have sex? I know you do. Okay, so Zikora and Kwame were having sex until the point Zikora stopped taking her birth pills and she got pregnant. Yes, she got pregnant. I felt so bad when I got to that part of the book. Zikora got pregnant and Kwame changed in split seconds. Kwame was this very communicative man. He talked about everything. He wanted to make every decision together with Zikora. He was her dream man. Although Zikora was older, but it didn't matter, right? They had a very good relationship. But when the pregnancy issue came on, Kwame changed. It's a human thing, right? But I didn't expect Kwame to change that quickly. Kwame changed and he left Zikora. She was ready to have the baby, and she kept the baby and went through heaven and hell as she finally had the baby. Moving on, outside Zikora's character was Miliaku, her cousin. I think I like that name, Miliaku. I've never heard it before. This was the first time I saw the name. It means water of wealth or river of wealth, right? Aku means wealth and Mmili is water in Igbo language. Anyway, Miliaku also educated. I don't know what is wrong with our parents. She was pressured into getting married to Emmanuel. I would not get married to Emmanuel if I was Miliaku. I would run away from the house. That's what I would do. Miliaku got married to Emmanuel, who didn't love her. She was another property he acquired. That was what she was to him in the book. Miliaku was having children like a bitch. Yeah, a female dog. She was having kids back to back. At some point, she had a baby that was 6 months old, and she was pregnant again. How do you do that? And then 5 kids already, and you have another one on the way with the 6 months in your hands. How does anyone do that to someone they love? I can't explain it. When Miliaku got pregnant with a 6-month-old baby in her hands and another one on the way, she was scared. She was frantic. She is scared of Emmanuel, her husband. So when that happened, she had to leave the house. There were phones in the house, mind you, but she left the house to a call center to call Zikora, her dearest cousin. So Miliaku and Zikora are cousins. She called Zikora to say she was pregnant, and she said in Igbo, "Amuchagom," which means she's done with childbearing and she cannot have another. Zikora and Miliaku are typical example of best cousins. When you say this person is my best cousin, that was what Zikora and Miliaku were to each other. Zikora sent Miliaku money to get rid of the baby. How would you do that? And Miliaku had that child with, tears and all, and she hadn't even healed from the tears, and she's pregnant with another one in 6 months. I mean, I don't know how to explain this, but it beats me right now that I'm talking about it. But anyway, this is the story of Zikora and Miliaku in the book Zikora. They are major characters. And moving on to Zikora's mother, I think so, because the story was told from Zikora's point of view, you get to see that or think that the mother wasn't a good mother to Zikora, and she was being unnecessarily harsh and insensitive. But if you look at it from Zikora's mother's angle, you see a woman who feels she lost her husband because she couldn't bear children anymore, and she was trying to put up her best defense by being, that sophisticated, guarded, Nigerian woman who had her shit together. But no, man, she had no shit together. And you could see it at the end of the story when Zikora gave birth to her baby, and Zikora was being melodramatic. She didn't want to circumcise the boy and say, "Oh, I want to circumcise my baby. That is barbarism. That is like, what's going on here?" It doesn't matter if you circumcise a baby or not, but it didn't require so much drama like Zikora put up. But when Zikora looked at her baby when he was crying and she said, "I'll die for him," that was the moment for me. It made that connection between mother and child immediately happen, and I think that softened Zikora's mother, to show that she really loved her child. It's not like what's it called? She never loved Zikora. She actually loved Zikora, but at that point, she found a need to reinforce or let Zikora know, directly or indirectly, that she really loved her, and she said she was going to stay. She had a long visa, and she was going to stay with her daughter and the grandson, and that was it for me. I might not have told the story better, but the aim is not to tell you the whole story. The aim is to give you a teaser and make sure you go look for the story yourself and read it. Zikora is available. It's a short story, and trust me, you would enjoy it. Please leave your comments in the comment section. Tell me what other book you want us to review in the next video, and then I'll look for it and read it and make sure we enjoy it. Please enjoy this video, subscribe, like, comment, pros and cons. I'm open to critique. Invite your friends, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.